that. Let's get inside, get this plane started up and working for us. We already got boarding started. We got about 201 passengers on board, about 18,000 and a half pounds of fuel on board. No idea why that is in hectopascals. There we go. Okay, just making sure that works. All right, so we got the APU fired up, and actually it's ready right now. We can go ahead and we'll keep the cabin cold for now. We don't need for it to be warm. What's the temperature outside? It's 6 degrees. Okay, maybe we should turn that on then. Because the cabin temperature is what? Where's the? I gotta learn where this is all at. Bleed. Here we go. No, that's not it. Pressure is that? No. Bro, conditioning. I'm so stupid. 53, 54. That's kind of cold. We gotta warm this cabin up. APU's coming online. Until fueling is done, we're not gonna pop the seatbelts on just for safety. That's just how it always works. Seatbelts don't come on until after fueling is done. That's just always been a thing. All right, so coming over here, we're gonna go ahead and start getting ourselves ready. So 0624 is what we'll be squawking. We can go ahead and turn that into auto for now. Just have it at the ready. This comes off. This is at 1. This is off as well. We can juice up the license cabin real quickly. That's for that, right? We don't really need a lot. We'll just do like that. That's all set. We'll adjust the lights for anything else. This can go a little brighter. The sun is rising nice and fast, so I say we make our way out of here as fast as possible. Very good lighting, though. I am thinking of getting roof shades, though, so maybe that could be a possibility. You know, better colors. Very nice, very nice. Actually, I believe I flew this livery one time. Yeah, 227 was Griswold the Bear. I flew it from Philadelphia to O'Hare back in 2016. So that's pretty cool. This is like the staple Frontier livery. Although this one, I believe, has been converted to a Neo at this point. So I think they moved it over. So Sim sounds, my sounds, and V-Pilot sounds as well. We gotta move on here. The passengers are boarding, but we also still have fuel, and that can take a bit of a while. Database is up to date from the 20th. From the 2nd of October through the 29th of October, we still got it up to date, which is good. And then we'll request the data here. Go over here. We should have got a load sheet. We did not. So where is it? Resend that. There we go. We'll get it up in here. All right. So we are Frontier flight, and this is a real flight that's happening right now. It's 3174. Frontier flight 3174, and it's going to be. What's the cost index? I can't see. 9. 9 is the cost index, and we are cruising at flight level 350. I always notice these budget airlines like Frontier and Spirit, they always cruise at lower altitudes than like Southwest or American or United. I don't know. That's just me. But see, it was 50,000. Damn. We're gonna go not here. We're gonna not to win. We're gonna go over to the next page real quick and type this stuff in. 151.4. 151.4 slash mag 0 fuel weights 27.9, and then in the fuel we said 18.5, and then for our alternate it's going to be it's 24.49, so it should be 2.5 or 2.4. It is not 50, so we're just gonna go 2.4. Always better to round down here. Next we go back in here and then go to wind, which is generate those, and then we'll go over to flight planning. This flight planning is pretty straightforward. Everything's pretty straightforward here. Denver's a pretty easy airport for me to get out of. Making sure my launch pad is active, VATSIM is active. We can uplink that. Out of Denver, what do we have? So out of Denver, we have planned runway 17 right. That's the closest one here. That's a quick departure. That's the wrong button. We'll go Denver, departure, 17 right. It's gonna be a very short taxi. The Eons 8 departure. We have the Wyndham transition. That should be automatic. We can actually scroll over here and turn these on. We have the constraints on. The Wyndham transition. Eons, Wyndham. From there it's OBM, OBH, direct to Myers. And from Myers, it is the Flight 7 arrival for 28 Center for now. Although, actually, I took a look. I'll do that again right now. I don't know why I didn't check this earlier this morning. In O'Hare, okay, no, they are landing in 27s. The 27s and 28s. So we'll plan for 28 Center. 28 Center. We get a Flight 7 arrival, and it should be the Myers transition. Here we go. Insert that. And actually, I didn't realize this, but this exact aircraft, Spot the Jaguar, this exact aircraft, which we're flying to Chicago O'Hare right now, he's actually in Chicago O'Hare, planning for a flight to Orlando. So that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, another cool thing with the scenery. This is the X-Codr Design scenery. All sceneries, guys, all sceneries are in the description. All the add-ons that I use, they're all linked in the description. Passengers in the scenery actually walk from the center place. It's not a far walk from here, but they actually do walk here, and that's the cool thing with the GSX profile. Not the scenery. I mean, the scenery enables, right, because they have the model terminal, but it's the actual GSX profile that has the waypoints for the passengers to walk into the terminal. Fueling is ready and is happening right now. So let's get our weather information so we can update that. Kind of annoying me. We are actually at 29.903. I had no idea that's what we were setting it to. We're gonna increase this real quickly. And then for the constraints, we should be good, all good on here. Because if we scroll through here, especially towards the arrival, we already saw the beginning. So if we look towards the star, top of descent, and then it's the Flight 7 coming down like that, and we should have 2A Center right there. Beautiful. And actually, I made an enhancement mod for O'Hare. I just scanned from Google Maps a few buildings into the sim, just so it looks a lot better. So like the O'Hare Fashion Mall or the Rosemont Water Tower, just a few buildings near O'Hare to look a lot better. So we're gonna be, if we stick with the 2A Center, we're gonna fly by most of them. So it should be a pretty cool view. All right, we should all good with the flight plan. We're gonna move on to the progress page because the red nav is all right. Nothing in here that has to go for now. We're gonna go over to KORD just to report our progress. This is just to show us the full distance, 770 miles, and if we want to go directly bearing 680. Should be refueling now. We are now refueling. They're like Mars. That's actually kind of cool. The beautiful Denver mountains in the background. That's actually a really cool. It's a really cool view right there with the snow caps. Looking very, very nice. And then over on this side, the sun. Maybe we'll make it like right after it takes off. But passengers are still boarding. We still got like 20 to go. But I should wrap up. We got about 20 to go. But I should wrap up by the time the fueling's done, because we do have almost 10,000 pounds still to load on, and it's gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm not saying those two numbers. I'm not saying the number after 5 and then 7. I'm not saying that. It's annoying. Okay, so to punch this in real quickly, we're just gonna select the preliminary reload sheet, just see what it gives us, and we'll calculate that. It gives us flaps 2 up 0.3 at a 155 rotation. We'll take that for now, and then we'll update this once we get the final load sheet. And then for departure, did they give us a speed constraint? They did not. So we're gonna put 200 in here. 200 in here, and Loki 190. Just so we don't rev out of here, unless we do want to do that, huh? There's no clouds, so heck, maybe we do want to rev out of here. All right, so performance. Okay, let's all go over here. Fuel prediction and secondary flight plan. This is the last part right here. So we're going from K to Denver in case we have to turn around and come back to Denver, which doesn't usually happen. I don't fly with emergencies, or there's no way to disable them. I just disable them once they actually happen. Bro, I'm trying to do a realistic place here. You know, without emergencies. We're gonna go over to select our arrival, and if we would arrive on runway, is it 17 left? Is that ever open for arrivals? We'll do. Okay, if we're departing, we're going south and then turning like that. So like this. I would imagine this runway right here would be suitable for arrival, right? I don't know what it's called though. That is runway 26, so we can probably just set up for the 26. Just in case. I don't know if you guys remember back in like 2021 or 2022, there was a United plane who lost his engine cowling, taken out from Denver, and he actually ended up returning on 26. Does nobody remember that? Anybody? Anybody at all? Am I the only one who remembers that? And if we go all the way over here on the secondary flight plan, alright, we should be all good. So 29er, 93 to 3 units in here. Temperature 7, it is rising, so we should have some better temperatures. And the wind is at 200 at 10. 200 at 10. So straight from the south. Okay, so it would favor 26 in this situation. Alright, all good. We should just get our two final numbers here. Because fueling is still going on. But boarding itself has finished. And then really quickly before we await the final fuel... while we await the final load sheet, we can go ahead and set up for departure, and we can make the announcement as well. So for departure from Denver, they started for us, they did. So the Eon's 8 arrival, departure, my bad. Just coming out like this, heading 353 is that, no. Oh, 173 is the heading. To Gist at 7,000, then to Kidding at 10,000. This constraint is going to be really annoying, because we're already at 5,000 feet altitude, because it's a mile high. This airport's a mile high about sea level. I cannot speak, bro. And this 10,000 feet, we're gonna be like, airport's gonna be already like way behind us, and we're gonna be stuck at 10,000, like right over here or something. So it's gonna be very annoying, but we'll figure it out. Especially when you're taking off, going north, and you have this constraint right here, the below 12,000, this far out. What is this? How far is this? It's 12 miles out. It is so annoying. Should be all good over here. We can revert this back to this screen, and then while we wait for fuel, we're just about 3,000 pounds away. We can. What's the top altitude for this departure? It should be on here, just so I can put it. 230. Okay, yeah. So flight level 230 is the minimum, so we'll put that in here. What the heck? 230. Frames should get a lot better once we get up into the air. And we are all set. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this camera. The sun is up. Look at that. Where is it? Oh, that is beautiful. I have the reflections on my vertical stabilizer. Locate, that's a screenshot because we got the tower in the back as well. Boom. That's a good screenshot. And then one more screenshot is going to be like over here with the other Frontier aircraft as well. Oh yeah, there we go with the sun in the background. That's beautiful. Right, all set. Camera's ready for departure. We're all ready for departure. It's going to be over here, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Frontier Flight 3174, flight next to captain speaking. That's going to be about an hour 47, wheels up, wheels down, and about 2 hours 15 from the time we push. We should be pushing in just a second here. Fueling is done, we'll get the seatbelts on for you. Seatbelts. And again, we'll be on our way in a second. Please do pay attention to our flight attendants as they display the safety features of our Airbus A321 as we push back in just a second or so. But thank you for choosing Frontier this early morning. We should have a beautiful sunrise departure if you're staying on the left-hand side. And enjoy your flight. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our hour 47 airtime flights over to Chicago O'Hare. Temperatures are going to be very nice. They're going to be warming up. Should be pretty smooth out of here. There's no clouds, but we'll let you guys know about more weather information as we get closer to Chicago. Thank you again for the flight. We can go ahead and close up this door. Camera crew arm door for departure. Cross check. Okay, very good. We can go ahead and turn the beacon on. We'll get the fuel pumps on. Seatbelts are on. While we're waiting for the jetway to get removed, we can go over here. Taxi out to... Take a look in a second. Alright, all of the carts over there are leaving. We're going to go ahead, take a look at the final load sheet. We'll go over here to the weight prediction. 151.4, 27.9. We're all good over here. And then we'll go over to the performance. Reload this. That's giving me the same numbers except up 2.4 this time. Alright, flaps 2, up 0.4. Flex temperature. How long is the runway again? How long is this runway? 12,000. Oh yeah, we're good. We're gonna push nose right. We should be able to release the parking brake. We're on our way. Sim sounds are coming up so we can listen to that startup. We're gonna start this block over here. And we are all set. Let's get her started. That is a beautiful, beautiful morning Denver departure. I love morning departures so much. I love this aircraft as well. I flew this aircraft back in December of 2019, and I've loved this ever since. I'm going to be sad one day discontinue this aircraft. Cabin lights can come off. We'll get the cabin lights off, and we shall start engine number 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the startup from over here. Starting 1. That's a good start on 1. We're going to go ahead and start 2 as well. Starting 2. Let's go start on 1 and 2. Left is clear, right is clear as well. Tow truck is disconnected. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do flaps 2 along with turning the packs back on. And we set flaps 2. And for taxi, we're looking for. See you later. Bye bye. Oh, there's more Frontier aircraft over there. I don't even realize that. taxi, we're gonna go out to Lima. We're just out here onto Lima, and then Mike 10 for 17 right. It's pretty straightforward. Gotta move on. So, for beacon lights for auto, we're gonna go full left, full right, neutral, full down, full up, neutral, full right rudder, and full left rudder, and we are all set to go. Beautiful. So flaps 2 up 0.4 the trim, right about there. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on TCAS. We'll turn on predictive wind shear and multi-scan, and we're gonna go ahead and do max outer brake, and we will take off config, and we're all set. We're gonna just go cabin check as spoilers arm. We're gonna arm the spoilers. The cabin is all set to go. We can turn off the APU bleed, and we'll get our taxi on. So taxi lights on, and we are on our way. Let's pull them up. That sounds so beautiful. Please for takeoff. All set with that. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get spool them up even more. Since we're not moving at all. That really sounds nice. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure we don't hit this building here. I don't think we should. No, we're good. Let's stay on center line as well. Camera is not resetting. Why is it not resetting? That's alright. Oh yeah, beautiful sunrise. Which one is more? Okay, so it's the left one. It's the right one. Is not up all the way. Oh, so this is where Frontier parks now, actually. These ramps over here. From what I remember. Or, I haven't been to Denver ever, but like... I think this is where they are. But that's where they all appear on flight radar. This side and then the north side of that. Although, you know, static traffic doesn't show. And I believe most of those gates on that side are closed, actually. All those ramps are closed. I gotta start parking my Frontier aircraft over here. Because I have one more Frontier... I have two more Frontier aircraft. No, I have one more Frontier aircraft here on the ground in Denver. So I gotta move him to the ramp. We're gonna go. We're gonna just continue right here, and then we'll join Lima in the first one. Just same thing right here. There we go. And this should be Lima, right? This is Lima. So we're just gonna go ahead and make a left-hand turn here. Out of the ramp, and we can actually turn these lights down as well. Left hand turn here. And then down to Mike 10 from here. No, we are speeding up, so we're not going to use any extra thrust here. I did hear that they did update the sounds for the CFMs a little bit, and I think I might hear it, like the actual engine. So the actual engine start, I don't know if you guys heard, like the final noise cut is like a little faster than the actual engine start or something, or the previous one's like lagging behind. Which pressure flaps too, right? Yeah, okay. We'll turn the TCAS on as well. I don't know if it was me, but the sound lagged a little behind or was too fast, but that's fine. It's, you know, CFMs are some fun engines to play around with. And I feel like the spool up itself actually sounds a little different now as well. There's going to be not this right-hand turn, not what the heck. Okay, yeah. So I just can't look down ever. So not this one, and not the next one either. Dude, I gotta get in alignment. Look, I'm not touching the rudder pedals. Look how much it drifts to the left. This plane literally has to get in alignment. Like, it's crazy. Like, my rudder input says it's 0. Like, I don't have a dead zone. Maybe that's the problem, though. Maybe I should have a dead zone. Alright, so not this one, but the next one. So we're gonna go ahead and lower down here. Let's prepare for departure. Right hand turn here. We slow down just a little bit more. Right there is good. Oh, that was different. A rumble or something. Slow down. Open in the left, we're all good to enter. Gonna get the lights on. I just realized I never turned the nav lights on. Alright, all set to go. Let's go ahead and start that clock. Sim sounds will stay up. We'll spool them up 40. Up to 40. And flex. Chrono set, man flex. SRS, runway, auto thrust is blue. The clock has started. Keeping downward pressure on the stick, and we'll keep 10 line with the lights. There's data knots, and we can actually relieve the downward pressure as well. Come on, you can do it. There's V1 and rotate. There we are, positive rate and gears coming up. Go autopilot. There's your left-hand turn. And lever climb. That sounds so awesome. Denver behind us. See you later. Bye-bye, Denver. We're speeding up here just until we get to the speed, and we can actually notch up to 200 for now before we start cleaning up the flaps. Just on the spoilers here. Up at 200, and we can go ahead and click the speed bug. We'll clean up the flaps 1. We should go up to flap 0, all clean. Flaps coming in, and we are all set. I forgot what airport this is exactly. This is, what? This is Air and Spaceport. Spaceport? What the frick? What's Spaceport? There's a 10,000 feet constraint, and this is the annoying part. And once we're out of here, we should be all good from there. Now, there is actually an aircraft in Denver at the moment. It's a United 320, but he was, we would have barely seen him. He was heading up to Washington Dulles. There's 10,000, we can get the lights off. He actually just pushed, like right now I'm seeing him just push. The beautiful sun, black hole sun. I don't know, I got that song stuck in my head. Alright, up to 10,000. Higher than 10,000, the train has been cleared. Did that move on? That's the runway I was talking about we could come back to. See, like it's like right there. That aircraft's like right there, so we would theoretically still see him. Maybe not though. There we go. And goodbye, Denver. And it is another. Hold on. Got up. It is yet another hour 30 journey to Chicago. This is gonna be fun, isn't it? Come on, guys. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Gotta do all these views, that's what you gotta do. Interesting, I hear the roar more over here than the front views. it's 18,000, we can go ahead and pull standard. And I'll get the music up shortly. We're way out of range here at this point, so we can just go ahead and revert back to this map. Here we go. We're all set. Up to cruise here, 350. Here we are. We are all set all the way for Chicago. Hello. There we go. Better move my seat closer for some reason. I don't know. And it just moved right back. Okay. Left-hand center, we should be up with cruise now at this point. Just about. We'll get the seatbelts off and we will, see how it goes from there. Wobbling, I'll tell you that. Still sound how it's supposed to, okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are up at flight level at 35,000 feet. About 25 minutes into the flight, we will be like this for the next hour or so. Seatbelts will come off. I have to give you a smooth ride pretty much the whole way there. No clouds were coming in. Looking for another hour, we'll keep the seatbelts off, and when we start to descend, we'll give you guys more information about the weather in Chicago. It looks pretty good right now, and it looks pretty good in the morning, and the temperature is looking very nice. It's going to heat up as well. And the clouds are going to pose no problem at all. We're going to have a pretty smooth flight and a descent into Chicago. I think I will give you more information in an hour when we start to descend. The seatbelts stay off for this whole time, unless there is some unexpected turbulence. When you are in your seat, please do keep your seatbelts fastened. It is for safety in case of unexpected turbulence, which can happen, by the way. Please, I've seen it many times before, so please do keep the seatbelt on if you're still sitting in your seat. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your flight, and otherwise sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of your flight for another hour and a half. Thank you. All right. Why is it like... No, that's just the sun. We're like a quarter of the way there, wow. Would you look at that? We'll keep it in this view right here for now. Or now we'll do this one. This side. Should pick up a plane on TCAS in just a second, just because it's somewhere. And we do have a company message as well. No delay, we departed perfectly on time. There's a Delta aircraft about 3,000 feet below us, off over there. Whoa, what is this? It should be like somewhere over here. Oh, there he is, right there. It is Delta 737-900 headed up to from Covington, Cincinnati, from C2G over to Salt Lake City. Yeah, there it goes. Interesting, I don't see him on TCAS. It is on, right? Or how about all? That's why I don't see him. 40 miles, maybe too little? No, oh, it's 80 miles. Look over here by that point. Alright, well, off he goes. There's nobody in O'Hare at the moment. Works out for us, honestly, kind of. Oh wow, I missed him. Dang, bro. Just missed the United aircraft. He's actually coming in. He's actually coming from O'Hare, so. The 777 United 2048. We're almost halfway. Here come the clouds. I want to see what it looks like from out here. Ah, yes. All right. So let's figure out where we are right now. There's Spot. Okay. Just under halfway. Got it. We're gonna switch over to this view now. This view from this side, you know. The variety? Why not? Switch it up. At the top of the, what the frick? There's the top of the descent mark already. And that's going to be in 30 minutes. Which is not terrible. Not terrible at all. No, first shot of the day. Yeah, actually, you are. So I don't know if I missed it or not. Not really a lot of traffic on this channel. Check out my channel. I post a bunch of plane spotting content from Dulles. How do you pronounce that? Dulles. I think it's Dulles. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, man. Thanks for being the first shadow, by the way. I was just a little over halfway to Chicago. We should be descending in about 30 minutes or so. I'll be here for a while. All right. Let's stick around. We're flying the best Frontier livery out there. Spot the Jaguar. How far along are we? We're like this far along. Okay, so we don't have a while left to go. About 30 minutes top of descent. That's gonna be at after MERS, and then from there it's just step downs. And actually, since we're landing, I gotta check up on the winds because they were landing at 2.8s. Somebody was telling me they're gonna land the other way, so I just gotta see exactly which way they're landing. Okay, they're still landing 2.8s and 2.7s. That's how it looks right now. If my Wi-Fi would work. Yes, that appears so. Yeah, so 2.8s and 2.7s is still a plan. And if we look at the charts really quickly, just gonna set this up. That is a lot of options. We will surely disable all of these. We just need the ILS or localizer 287. So the Flight 7's taking us off of the north side from MERS, not Zipper. This is Zipper would be like Minneapolis or something. So for MERS, or the B-Hawk, the is that for a Black Hawk? That's supposed to be like a Black Hawk thing. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's cool. It's a hockey reference. Blackhawks Stanley Cup champion. That's cool. That's actually really cool. Yo, Evan, what's up, man? Have you ever noticed this? The Flight 7 star into Chicago. Blackhawks Stanley Cup champion. Never seen it before. I know on the other side they have Comiskey for midway departures. That's a White Sox thing with Comiskey Park. And then they also have, I forget if they have Kane on the Watson, that one that comes up like this. But this is actually really cool. I've actually never seen this before. Anything over here? No. Interesting. Okay, now I just wanna go through different arrivals now, because that's actually kind of cool. The Binky 6 takes you in like this. Nothing that there's. I mean, Peter, but Peter. I don't know. I don't know. Ernie. This would be for like international rappers. Do they have anything? Cheddar? I mean, Wisconsin, I guess, but I don't know. No, nothing here. Espo. This one is a very rare one. Okay, yeah, so this is the one I was looking for. This is the one I was talking about. They have Makita for Stan Makita, back from the 60s. Also a Chicago Blackhawk player. There's a departure in Florida called Red Sox to reference their spring training field. Is there? There's also one out of Boston. Yeah, I think. Oh no, yeah, the Boston one. That's I flew out of Boston in the sim just a few weeks ago, maybe last week. Or no, it was 2 weeks ago. They had a Red Sox departure or something. Yeah, so Makita is the one that I have seen before. Flight 7, we know this one. Janesville. This is a very rare one. At Atlanta, they have Glavon, Smalls, Ocas. Is that like a baseball reference, or is that? I'm not sure. I know they have a lot of Star Wars. They have like a Jedi 3 arrival. They've got a lot of Star Wars references in there. Could have been because they would like film there or something, but I don't know. Yeah, Janesville is very rare. I'm pretty sure this is actually a VFR arrival. That's why it's not used a lot. Janesville. Then there's a Matic 7. This would be the same as the Espo arrival, only no, hold on. It's the same as Ernie, except Ernie had to go into the. Ernie set you up to land east, and Maddie set you up to land west. Anything here? No, nothing. Nothing changed. All right. So what about Shane? Actually, this is a new one. I don't remember this one. Oh, I haven't seen this one before. That's a new one. In Beeford. Okay, so this is the exact same as which one? It's the same thing. What the heck? Which one? Oh, that's a Binky 6. Because you got Banky, Beeford, Newark. Except for Shane, they have you setting up for again landing east, where the other one was landing west. Because here's Beeford, and then they have you separating from here. Because there's Trick and Pontiac, so they have you going north right here. Then for Turtle, this is the most infamous one. I know this one a lot. Maroc, Vinca, Groove, McD, Welts, B-Law, Turtle, Trich, Reno, Kirk, Monks, Giorgio. I want to start flying in and out of O'Hare. Never been in this, never have in the sim. Just don't know what the scenery is worth it. What do you think? There's only really one good answer. Like it's just FSDreamTeam, the only like scenery out there for Chicago. I'm not talented enough to make a scenery all by myself. I don't know if anybody else wants to. Just because the airport's like always updating, and there's like constant taxiway changes and constant runway changes. So I'm pretty sure you're aware. I complain about this a lot, right? O'Hare's got the new Terminal 5 expansion. This part just does not exist in the sim. Not a Sobo, not FSDreamTeam. Nobody has modeled it yet. It just does not exist. It's still the 2019 airport layout before they even started construction. And I don't know if you see what's going on over here, but yeah, there's this over here, and then there's this one long taxiway because they're gonna build like an extension that goes out like that, and then they're gonna build a brand new one like that. So this is how it's gonna look like. in the future. But right now, they actually just started building this little part. Like, I think the mayor just went out like a month or so ago, did the thing where he tosses some dirt out of the thing with the construction. So they're finally actually beginning construction on this. And actually, when I flew out of O'Hare a few weeks ago, going to Florida, I actually went out to this corner. I actually saw what construction they started. It was very, very little. They barely did anything. But they do actually have a few gates sprawling out of here now. And then, let's see, taxiways over here all screwed up. For example, this is like inside this is like smaller, so it goes like this for some reason. Like this part does not exist at all. And then over here, this taxiway still looks like this. This one does not exist. Let me think. These straight lines right here don't exist. They all go like this, because these taxiways still exist like that. So it's a mess, honestly. And I think they did say they were gonna update it eventually, but they said it might be for like 2024 only, unfortunately, because I was looking at a forum yesterday. They were saying it's gonna be for 2024 only, which is really pissing me off, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. But I guess it is what it is, you know. And either way, I'm looking for ways to get Flight Simulator 2024, because my Wi-Fi can definitely handle it. Like I have more than enough Wi-Fi to stream data. It's just that I don't want to, you know, have lag spikes, and I don't want to have crash to death stuff. A lot of people are still having that. So yeah, so this entire area right here is all screwed up because again, there's there's taxiways going like this, and these taxiways go like that and connects, and like that and connects, and this one goes like that. It's all weird and it's all very outdated. But I was actually digging around in the files, and I actually saw how FSDreamTeam built their scenery. The funny thing is their taxiways. It's a giant flat model. Like a giant flat plane with just all the taxiways. One for the taxiways and one for the grass everywhere. So yeah, I did say I was planning on modeling this part of the terminal, but I don't know when it's gonna. I might start like soon. I'm just trying to get all the references that I need because I want to make sure this is pretty well done. Right? It's not gonna be like low poly, but I also want to, for example, add the taxiways here so people can actually park here finally. You know, so I wanna make sure that it looks good. I added a few building enhancements along over here, so we're gonna see that today as we approach. Let me think. What else is not right? Not as of right now, but very soon. Come on. But very soon. Hello. They're gonna delete this terminal right here, from what I know, and they're gonna it's gonna look like this. I believe that's what it's gonna look like. So it's gonna be like a long, like a giant pavilion area over here, and then like a long amount of gates. They're calling it the, what's it called? Not international terminal, the global terminal. That's what they're calling it. There's a lot of changes that are gonna happen very soon. And I guess nobody wants to make such a big airport and then have to update it like every single month. Because again, the taxiways literally change like every single week. I'm not even kidding. Like it's actually stupid. But nothing we can do. Somebody has to do it. I mean, I've tried emailing a bunch of. I'm not even kidding. I've actually tried emailing companies. Drezowicki, how do you pronounce it? I call him Dr. Zewicki, I don't know why. Drezowicki, I've tried X-Codr Designs, he's the one behind the Denver scenery. I was gonna try AnyBuild soon, but AnyBuilds does not optimize their sceneries a lot, so we'll have to see. I will email them later today, just take a look, see if they're at least interested in the project, because they update the sceneries pretty often. So I'll email them, I'll ask them what they think, and how much everybody would love it. But honestly, like the best scenery right now, yeah, probably FSDreamTeam, just because it's the only scenery out there, right? Nobody else has made, nobody else wants to make. So, the best bet. And again, if anything, bet you can just like, how many of the taxiways are closed? There's a lot, man. Again, there used to be, here, let me actually just pull up an image. If I can find a good reference image. Okay, hold on. So this is what this new global terminal is supposed to look like. Terminal 2 is supposed to be demolished. This is how it's supposed to look like. Like this. It's supposed to look like this. Alright, so 2021, I believe. So the reason I look up 2021 is because this runway is included right here. They did add this runway recently. However, they did not add this, nor did they change the taxiways. And the taxiways here. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. 2020. How's that? Is this the one? This might be it. So aside from, is this big enough or do you guys not see anything? Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. We'll pull it up like this. Here we go. Okay. So aside from, what the frick? Nah, man. Oh, come on. Here we go. Can I like unselect it? Okay, no, I can't. So aside from, so this right here looks exactly how it is in the sim. Then yeah, all these taxiways are so screwed up. Like they're all. Here, do you see the difference here? You see how these are all straight, and there's one long taxiway going up here, and these are all like, there's one straight. November's always been straight, but then these two, they like curve up like that. That's always been like that, and it's stayed like that in the sim. I think Flightbeam would be a good candidate for an O'Hare. Oh, low-key, yeah. Although they are working on a Phoenix scenery right now, so maybe they optimize their airports very well. And low-key, I don't care about interior. I just want like a good modeled. They could do an interior like for Terminal 5, like just for this area here. That's really like the only interior I actually care about, or like really, really low poly, like kind of like Denver has. That would be amazing. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and email them later. I'm not even kidding. I'm that persistent. I really want a good scenery for my home airport, and it's unfortunate that nobody wants to make it. But yeah, so okay, so right here, you guys see how this taxiway is like all bent like that? Yeah, that goes up like that, all the way. This is all. You see, this taxiway Papa is like bent like this. It's now Bravo and it's straight. This okay. So unlike this graph shows, this runway is actually extended to full length. No, it does actually look full length like this. But this taxiway, the Bravo, does not look like that. It's still like Papa like that. It's really screwed up. These taxiways actually do exist, so they did update the taxiways and the runways. But now this taxiway, these taxiways, they've only been updated about a year ago, so that makes sense. Why not? They updated these taxiways here. Near the Rams, Alpha 15 is now Alpha 10 because again they removed all of these taxiways coming out of here. This was like Alpha 1, 2, 5, 7, you know, all of they already moved all of them over here. So they're all out over here now, if that makes sense. And everything else, I mean, it just looks alright. But it's just sad to see such a good and popular airport. Not popular in the sim, and I get it, like VATSIM barely has any traffic coming into it, but like come on. People still fly there. You gotta have a good scenery. It's so stupid that nobody wants to make it. Now, you know what really pisses me off? There's an O'Hare scenery coming out for X-Plane 12 that looks absolutely amazing. It's by Nimbus Simulation. So let me show you guys. Give me a second. Okay, so here's what really pisses me off. So Nimbus, right, at the time, first of all, this is where they're gonna build the actual expansion, right, for the terminal. They already have these long gates. If you look on Flight Radar, they actually do have the funny thing is Flight Radar actually has updated, almost updated stuff. So this is where these extra gates are. Fresh out over here, there's a few parking spots over here. Okay, maybe this one's not updated. Like if this taxiway is still here. So I mean, you see how this taxiway is straight. This one doesn't go out. What the heck is going on over here? This is all updated here. Who's this guy going to? Ah, yes, Denver. And I mean, this is still under construction, but like, it pisses me off. You know why? Because here's why. Because look at how good the interior looks for X-Plane. Right? They actually got the interior right. They got the terminal size right. And okay. They got this. And it looks absolutely amazing. You know what? The way they actually designed O'Hare looks so much more realistic than Microsoft. I don't know if that's because maybe X-Plane just looks... Yeah, I know X-Plane looks different, but like, we can't have anything nice in 2020, can we? Because you know what? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 default scenery for O'Hare does have the expansion. I've seen it for other people. And we can't... I mean, you can't fly in there, right? There's no gates there. But like, at least they have it there. At least it's not fully detailed, but it looks like it's supposed to. It looks like it. They have the parking garage back there. Actually, I might be able to model that myself, because I've been getting into 3D modeling recently. And they got this part right here. This, and I'm so pissed off because X-Plane gets to have this, and we don't. Like, look at this. Hold on. Looks good. Looks good. This is from Terminal 3. This is where I used to fly. Why does X-Plane look so much better than Flight Simulator? They got that little building expansion. If you look on Google Maps, no, yeah, you better load none. Better load, come on. Load, here we go. If you go to Google Maps, you see how this is like a little expansion here? They like built like a little glass area. Yeah, they have that in here, over there. I don't know if you guys see it or not. Alright. Google Maps updated? No, it's still not updated. Okay. The taxiways. But like, you know, all this stuff here as well. All this stuff here. All this stuff here. These taxiways are all set. Like, I don't understand. Why can't we ever have nice things in this sim? Like, literally ever. Yeah, this is, see, they already started working on the new terminal here. This is where they're going to stretch it out from. It's going to be, I think, a little bit like Atlanta kind of stuff. You're going to have like an alley here, an alley here. So it's going to be very Atlanta-like, if that makes sense. And then you keep scrolling through here. Like, the textures look absolutely so Chicago-like. Like, look at this, bro. Like, this looks absolutely amazing. And I freaking hate that X-Plane gets such a better O'Hare before its Flight Simulator does. Like, I might as well just switch to X-Plane 12 at this point, because of how good this looks. I don't care if this scenery is $50. I'll buy it, bro. If I get to have a good O'Hare, I'll buy it immediately. Even for Flight Sim, if somebody designs a good-looking O'Hare and it looks good, literally just collab with me. I'll let you know how it looks. Like, if Flightbeam decides to make one, just ask me. I know what O'Hare looks like. Ask me for pictures. I'll send you good pictures. I took a lot of pictures. I always take good pictures when I go. But like, just collab with me, ask me what it looks like, and I will tell you everything, and everybody will love it. Put it at $50. I don't care how much scenery. $50, $100 for the scenery. I'll be the first customer, bro. If it's a good scenery, well optimized, I will be the first customer, even if it's $100. I promise you that. I will wake up in the middle of the night if I have to be the first customer. Easy. I don't care how much. I don't care how much it's gonna cost. Just somebody, please make a good O'Hare. It can't be that hard. Again, the interior does not even have to be modeled. Just model like the new Terminal 5 area, because it's like glass everywhere. No, if you look, it's literally like glass everywhere. Like if you look here, it's literally glass everywhere you go. Like, I'm not even kidding. Just like have a good, like one terminal that's well modeled inside. Doesn't even have to be like with passenger side. Just the interior, you know, just like low poly seats, good glass, open area where you can see everything. Even like this, right? They just add seats and they're good inside. That's all you gotta do. It cannot be that difficult. I know I can't be one to complain about 3D modeling because I'm not a 3D modeler, but like, seriously, it just can't be that annoying. I will keep going about rants like this because nobody ever seems to take anything seriously. Like, how do you not see that O'Hare is more popular than freaking Phoenix, bro? Okay, I get it. What's it called? Flybeam is working on a Phoenix, I know that. If they make an O'Hare that is similar to SFO seating, that would be amazing. Yeah, I know. It's just low, like you can literally low poly. SFO can be a little laggy though, so maybe again, because the O'Hare is pretty big, you can optimize it pretty well. Alright, we're gonna go down to the really any altitude at this point. Seatbelts can come on. And top of the descent does not work. Awesome. Alright. Fourth like and 639 subscriber. Oh, thank you so much, man. Thanks for subscribing. San Diego needs to be updated right now. That's the Latin VFR. Do they update their sceneries a lot? I don't think they do too often, right? Alright, so top of descent into O'Hare. What altitude are we descending to? Let's go to 1,000. Okay, and I don't know why it did that. But it did. There we go. Now we're all set. It just set a new cruise altitude for us for some reason. I don't know why. The top of the descent into O'Hare. Let's go ahead and update the passengers and what's going on. So real quickly, we're gonna go ahead and pin a ground chart so we know where to taxi once we actually get down to the ground. That should be enough. Not this one, hold on. Yeah, do they even have parking coordinates for turn? Okay, no, I'm literally blind. I'm not even kidding. We're down here. Okay, so weather information into O'Hare. What's it looking like? Fun fact, O'Hare was named after Edward Henry O'Hare. He was also known as Butch. Yeah, I am aware of him as Butch O'Hare. They have a little exhibit for him in Terminal 2. Looks very, very nice. They better not move that when they go to renovate Terminal 2. Wow, we just dropped 5,000 feet in a minute. Alright, so what is our... That's why. Alright, on our way down. So 2997 is the altimeter down there. We're going to go ahead and go over here and set up for arrival. So 2997 is the altimeter in Chicago right now at the moment. It is heating up, so 17 degrees Celsius is the temperature, 17, and the winds are 190 at 9. Is that what I saw? Yeah, 190 at 9. 190 at 9, and runway 28 center, right. So this is where the fun begins. So into O'Hare. Let's just zoom in here a little bit so we can... Wow, we are close. We're like... Oh, we're already past Galena. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how close we were. Alright, so... Oh, wait. Starred to a center. It is 851. I gotta remember that. 851. Barrel for 28 center. And that's with the ILS, right? Yes. Beautiful. So, 108.95 and 273 is a course that should be set in RadNav automatically. That is beautiful. Also, Nate, did you realize some of the waypoints coming into O'Hare on this specific arrival are Black Hawk ones? Waypoints descending into O'Hare. There's a Black Hawk, Stanley, Cup, Champion. A lot of these waypoints. It's actually really, really cool. Yeah, for those who weren't here when I realized this, a lot of waypoints here on the way to O'Hare are actually named after our hockey team. Black Hawks, Stanley Cup champion. 2010, 2013, 2015, Black Hawks dynasty. Let's go Hawks. Looking good though. The Hawks are looking good this year. A little better than last year. Obviously not cup contenders, but we're 2-2-1, so not terrible. So it's gonna be a lot more fun to watch them, right? As our youth develops. No way you're having another one, bro. Are you seriously having another one? Bro, you're getting a... You gotta stop. Alright, what if I buy one from you? Can I do that? What? Can I buy one from you? I don't have... Oh, man. I actually love Frontier. I've flown on, what's that? X-Codr, Atlanta, Philadelphia to Atlanta, and Tanager liveries. The heck? Why is my Google not working today, huh? My Wi-Fi is just shot. Wait, Nate, what are you doing right now? Alright. Take a look. Ah, okay. Okay, okay, what was it? Verde the Replacement Quats. I don't freaking know, bro. I'm not saying that name. I actually also really like Frontier. I mean, yeah, it's a budget airline, and yeah, it kind of sucks that you got to pay for everything. But like, I'm not gonna lie. No matter where we go to vacation or to a trip in general, anywhere, my entire family, we literally just live off a backpack. Everybody packs their own clothes. It's not that hard. I don't know why everybody complains. Same with Spirit too. It's kind of Spirit better not go up, by the way, because then the entire airline industry would collapse. Well, not by collapse. If Spirit goes out of business, ticket prices are gonna shoot up. You guys have no idea what you guys are doing, wishing upon Spirit's death. I've only flown on the horse livery from San Diego to Denver. Dude, Frontier has such good liveries, especially on their old CEO aircraft. They're ruling a lot of them out. I think they still have 1 or 2 A320 CEOs, and they still have a few A321 CEOs. This actually being one of the active ones. I don't know why it's still active or how it's still active, but it still is. And fun fact, this exact aircraft actually left O'Hare this morning for Orlando. I think it's about halfway or something. 20,000 feet. We'll get the music off just because it's starting to piss me off. I can't talk. I can't hear myself, and we'll turn it off as well. So we'll turn that off, and I gotta turn that off as well. Yeah. So let's see the Quetzal Bird and the Tanager livery from Atlanta to JFK. Frontier Airlines. Tanager. These are some new Neo liveries. Oh, Scarlet. I always thought she was a Cardinal. This was a former Scarlet was a former what's it called? It was a former CEO aircraft, I believe. Yes. Scarlet, the Tanager was a CEO aircraft before. I've seen it a few times before. Worst experience when I was on Frontier A321-231, went 13 hours late, stuck in Atlanta for 19 hours. Yeah, see, unfortunately, with airlines, like, listen, so if you actually look it up, and this might be like last year's statistics, but surprisingly, American Airlines has the most delays out of, I believe, out of any U.S. carrier. American Airlines is the most hated airline in the U.S., supposedly, because of delays. And whenever they get a delay, and it's fine, it's a big carrier, right? They have mistakes. No, but when Frontier and Spirit make mistakes, when they have delays, right? Oh my gosh, this airline's so bad. You never fly them again. The worst experience of my freaking people flying Spirit once. They had one bad experience. Yeah, you know, like the Spirit, it's like flights are what, like 50% of them are delayed in some way or something. And so you just happen, like their first time on Spirit, right? It happens to be delayed. What, by 15 minutes is delayed. Oh my god, I'm never flying Spirit again. Worst experience of my life. Like, shut your bitch ass up, bro. Like, you had one bad experience. You gotta fly them several times, you know? I absolutely love Frontier because, yeah, they have delays. But, like, listen, it's a good airline, right? They still provide good services. It's still gonna get you from point A to point B. I always get good seats with Frontier, honestly. Like, it's very rare that I get a seat past this area right here. It's very, very rare. It's always like some middle-aged woman complaining about like how your flight was delayed 5 minutes, and because of that she missed her connection. No, you didn't. You should not miss your connection, bro. Like 5-minute delay because a cargo door wasn't closing or something. Like it's not the end of the world, bro. You flew one time, give it another chance. You can't just fly one airline. Yes, if an airline has a 50% delay rate, your first flight most likely will get delayed. You know what I mean? So you might as well fly them several times to see what the experience is. I don't get it why people complain about it. Like, it's so stupid. I actually really like the airlines. Yes, it's because of the animals. It's really cool. I actually like the colors of the airline. And yes, I love the aircraft. Honestly, just the aircraft. I'm not going to lie. They fly all the aircraft. But yeah, it's still a good airline. Still going to get you from point A to point B. The tickets are still cheaper than United, right? I mean, yes, if you have a business card that you get points with, you're still going to pay $150 for a ticket on United. Even if you have points applied, you know? You flying back and forth. With Spirit, I've gone on Spirit flights for like 25 bucks a person. I'm not even gonna lie. It was really, no, that wasn't a Frontier flight. Hold on. Yeah, because you know what? Because we got delayed out of Mexico for 5 hours at one time, and we got vouchers. So we flew to like I flew to Palm Springs for $100 back and forth for 4 people. Originally, my flight was to Norfolk, but I had to book it around the time non-stop service from Philadelphia was coming to a close. My story was born from that. Ah, I see. I don't understand how American has all these delays. Out of all the airlines, they have the biggest fleet and should be able to put people on different things. See, the thing is, you guys gotta understand one little thing. There is something in this world called money. So people get something what's called greedy, and it's not really about customers. It's all about, it's all about the greenbacks. So it's really all about cost. Like, listen, if a plane is, I'm not saying they actually do this. I'm not, come on. Bro, I'm not saying they actually do this, but like, if American has a plane delayed 3 hours, wouldn't you rather have it delayed a little longer if people are gonna pay to... Actually, wait, hold on. No. Hold on. That's stupid. Let me redo that. If we have a delay, right? Why would you pay extra money to get a plane moving 30 minutes earlier than it should? Like, 30 minutes is nothing for a delay for a big major airline. It's a lot for you, the passenger, but they're not gonna pay extra money to send a new plane over, and that's gas. You know what I mean? With budget airlines, they actually take their time. That's why they don't spend money. United, oh yeah, either United or Delta have the biggest fleets in the U.S. I believe it's one of those. American, not anymore. Because if you guys remember, before COVID, American had 757s, A330s, and they just completely wiped them out. They had 767s as well. They pretty much completely wiped those from their fleet, and that kind of just reduced them to what they are now. So, does American have the largest fleet in the world? Most iconic and popular, definitely. I'd say that, yeah. Could have sworn we got it. Okay, you know what? I'm Googling them now. U.S. Airlines with biggest fleets. Let's see. Okay, so United, Delta, American. That's what I thought. United, Delta, American, and Southwest is actually 4th. Interesting. Southwest is 4th. I would imagine... Who would be fit? Okay, hold on. I'm going to actually check to get a full list of every U.S. airline. Every U.S. airline ranked most to least, looking at fleet size, October. Okay, let's say September 2025. Every U.S. airline. In all caps, every U.S. airline. So, let me think. Okay, 10,000 feet coming down. We could probably get the lights on as well. Get those on. And then we're actually all set to go over here. I'm just waiting for Chechu. We're just waiting to approach a little closer. Yeah, we'll see. United is a huge and popular scene with Delta, and they don't have the same problems as American. So I don't understand, why is American so hated? That's my question. Why are they so hated if their fleet is almost the same? Okay, so why is it taking a while? Dude, what is wrong with my Wi-Fi? My brother's probably playing like Red Dead or something. United has 787s. American has some Dreamliners. JetBlue's not 5th. There's no way. There's no way JetBlue is 5th. Absolutely no way. Okay, here we go. So let's run it down. So, number 1, United, with around 1,000 aircraft, 1,000 plus aircraft. This is the latest. So United with 1,020 plus, American 1,000 plus, Delta Prime 950 to 1,000. Then it's Southwest with 800. You'd be surprised actually SkyWest is next. They're the ones that use the little American CRJ. SkyWest, but we're not gonna count them. Okay, so here we go. So United, American, Delta, Southwest, Spirit. This is what I thought. Spirit with 200 aircraft, Frontier with 170, Allegiant with... Why did it not rank? Okay, hold on. Officially, so you know, it ranked the airlines, right? But for some reason, JetBlue's at number 9, but they have more aircraft than Spirit. Here we go. United, American, Delta, Southwest, JetBlue, Spirit, Frontier, Allegiant. And then Alaska doesn't show me anything. I would imagine they have about 150, so maybe the same as Frontier, a little more than Allegiant. So Alaska's the smallest one here. Nah, it's interesting. Okay, what are the wins for O'Hare right now? Because if they changed, Still directly from the south. Not sure how good that is for us, but we'll see. We'll keep the approach going. We'll go full reverse, full medium brake. Look at our landing weight here. So we're at 7,900. Oh, no, hold on. 6.2. What the heck? Okay, no, we're going to lose about 300, so 159 point... What? After lag spike? 159 points... Just 159, okay. It's not going to be a big difference. I believe the Chicago hair load again. That's why I have a lag spike. Bro, chill. Yeah, we were banging it like a monkey in a cage. Yes, that was because our hair is loading in. That's why. Alright, so 159 for 28 center. We're gonna actually have really good stopping distance because is this Crystal Lake? Is that what we're flying over? Yeah, this is like Oakwood Hills and Crystal Lake. That's why it looks so pretty. Alright, so between Delta and United American, I'd choose the former two. More due to fleet options. American has no 75, no A330, etc. The only times you get their 777 is like, yeah. Oh, the cool thing with United though, you get the 777s with like domestic flights. I've seen them do a lot of Chicago Orlando flights. That's a really popular one. Denver, Chicago. They do a lot of United 777s are only for intercontinental nowadays. That's what I heard. That's what official sources say. I'm gonna zoom in on here. So, yeah, United's pretty good with having their. And I mean, you could really like look it up, and even if we have a delay, say like Chicago to where would United fly? Say even Miami, for example, or something. They would put you on a 777 if you're delayed. And actually, no, into Cancun. They have you flying a 737 in, and then actually, this could have been like 4 years ago when I flew American out of Mexico, into Cancun. They actually fly you back on a 777 as well. There's one flight, I don't know if it's to Cancun as well, but I know they have a flight from Cancun to O'Hare that's on a 777. It's a bit of a late one. I think it's like maybe 3 or 2 o'clock or something. So it's not like a noon flight, but they're always fun. Alright, monks. So Tony, I'll put at I'll put Tony at 5,000. Tony at 5,000. Do it like that. There we go. And we'll go down to 5,000 as well. The lights are all on. We're all ready for arrival. Yes, I agree. We still love American, and they delayed my flight from San Diego to Phoenix, which means I would have to land late and catch my second plane to Boston. And that happens. It's beautiful hair. Where's my scenery that I made? This Schaumburg. Oh, here it is, right there. There's a Hamilton Lakes complex right here. These buildings, you always see them when approaching into O'Hare. So they literally look like actual shit. I'm not even kidding. So I finally decided to model them. Well, no, I didn't model them. I scanned them in from Google Maps and I posted them in here. But they look good now. Schaumburg Regional or something is DuPage. Somewhere out there, is like right here or something. Oh no, here it is, right here. Okay, and then of course beautiful Chicago hair. Not updated, but still Chicago hair. And that actually looks a lot better than it. That looks a lot cooler. United Airlines use their 75s to Edinburgh. Oh, okay. Some transatlantic routes, and I think I saw one operate to JMB. I don't know what that is, honestly. Home airport is Newark, so United's pretty heavy. I would imagine, yeah. I mean, United is also really heavy in what the heck? Is also really heavy in O'Hare. United and American are really big O'Hare people, so airlines. So, you know, am I gonna get Chicago loaded in or nah? That's a pretty cool screenshot in and of itself. Let's do that. All right, now I am lagging a little bit, so let's bring it back here. Here's the descent coming in as well. Oak Brook Mall, modeled by somebody else. There's all of my mods over here. All of, not this one, but all of these right here. Cabin's ready. Beautiful. Cabin is okay for landing. Alright, I'm gonna quickly open up, not freaking Roblox Studio, Sim Brief. How long did we have for our, it was supposed to be hour 47 airtime. We're at hour 44 right now, so we are kind of delayed, but we do have 2 hours 15 block time. We still got about 20 minutes to get to the gate. I think we should be good. I think we should make it just in time. We are gonna take one of those gates all the way out there, so it's not gonna affect us too badly. Did the static traffic thin out a little bit? Because it looks a little different. Looks a lot cleaner. And also, yeah, the one sucky thing about Chicago is photogrammetry absolutely sucks. That photogrammetry? I don't know. It's like all green over here and it's all brown over there. The brown looks a lot more realistic, but like if you go over here, right, it's all green. It looks very, very nasty. Beautiful shark lid. Oh, yes. Yeah, approaching into Chicago is always so fun. It looks always so good. Yeah, but my frame's definitely starting to get a bit of a hit here. Hamilton Lakes. JMB's Oliver Tambo. Oh, Johanssonville. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's no way I would have guessed that. Absolutely no way. Where is Oakbrook? Is that coming up soon? Oh, here it is right here. Here's Oakbrook. Yeah, see how kind of like cuts over here? Very, very weird. Very not good looking. My neighborhood right here. And Midway off in the distance. I could probably model those buildings because they stand out kind of well. I could probably model those as well. Put them in my mod. By the way, this enhancement mod that I made, it's linked in the description. I just released it yesterday. So all these buildings over here, they're all modeled, scanned from Google Maps. The Hamilton Lakes complex, it's all in the description. It's labeled underneath. What is it labeled under? It's in the description. It's labeled under other sceneries, Chicago here surrounding area. So if you guys want to download that, I'd appreciate it. What the heck? Alright, and that's also because Chicago's loading in as well. United Center. Comiskey Park, I'm not calling it by its new name. Guaranteed rate field, bro. And beautiful Wrigley Field. You're good. Yesterday I caught the future as SCF livery coming from there. Ooh. Interesting. Alright, so here's where the frames take a hit. And that's just because this is loading in. So yeah, so I guess it really is downtown Chicago that hits the frames hard. Is it all the boats over there? Is that what it is? Because I always have lag departing out of O'Hare. But only when I'm streaming. So I guess it really is downtown Chicago or something. That's fine. O'Hare's far out enough where it'll unload once I get there. Hopefully. Alright, so let's figure out a taxi real quickly. So we're going to go over to Rizoku. We'll align there for taxi. Tweed Center, we taxi out of here. Then we pop on this way. I think. Is that how we taxi right now? Then we go either Echo Echo or Golf Golf. How are they doing it right now? Okay, no, so they're actually going to taxi out like this over to Sierra Sierra. They renamed it. Sierra Sierra. Then November. All the way out to Gulf Gulf and then taxi in. Got it. Alright, so we're going to make our left-hand turn over to Rizoku. Direct to Rizoku. There's downtown Chicago behind us. Yeah, okay, it's the boats. Oh my gosh, it's actually the boats. Hell nah, hell nah. It's actually the boats. What's my favorite airline? Let's see. Experience or livery? Because livery definitely has to be either Frontier, Southwest, or Spirit. Give me one of those. Spirit, like a big yellow lemon in the air. Frontier is just really cool. And Southwest, the old Southwest. The new Southwest is alright. I really, really like the old candy and blue liveries. I would say by service, Southwest, 100%. The old Southwest, by far, was the best. I got to fly them once in 2021. Or January of 2022. Now, unfortunately, since they're not fixing that, since they're not bringing it back, I'm going to have to say Frontier at this point. Alright, we are at 5,000. We're going to go down to 2,000. Or we can actually start picking up the ILS. It's going to be in range in a second. We're going to go down to 4,000. Should be in the way. Glide slopes coming in here. Lights are all on. We can start lowering the flaps. So we'll go flaps 1. And I'm lagging like it's crazy. Oh my gosh, it's actually those boats, bro. Actually the boats. We're going to go ahead and select approach mode. And that should capture the localizer and the glide slope. Here we go, we're all set up. Zoom in on the way. As soon as we get more inland, all this lag should go away. Alright, flaps 2. We'll slow her down here. Yeah, there's a few FPS mod fixes in the... my favorite domestically is Hawaiian and internationally all Nippon. Interesting. Okay, see now the FPS is gone because those boats over there are unloaded. Alright, so flaps 2. We are on the glide slope and on the mark. Beautiful. There's gonna be more Southwest liveries coming out, so I'm gonna go ahead and start flying those. We're gonna go medium auto brake. Spoilers are armed. I know they have you coming in pretty fast into O'Hare, so we're gonna go ahead and open up the flight recorder. We'll get that all set up. Start the recording. We're gonna go flaps 3 and gear down. Flight attendants, be safe for landing. Actually, the cloud's looking very good. We'll go flaps full. There's the rear deceleration. Alright, flaps configured at full. We're all configured for landing. We're all ready to go. Alright, let's hope our FPS doesn't take a big hit here as we come down. Oh yeah, there's the FPS hitting. Disable all this. Zoom in here. Oh wow, the FPS hit is actually crazy. Hawaiian Airlines was best staff, and I went in last year for a birthday bash. I love that it was Hawaii. It was on Hawaiian 126, 294, and Hawaiian 10. Wow, there's a lot of American flights. What the hell is wrong with the FPS? Actually, it's actually crazy. 1,000 feet. Maybe we'll just let it auto land it, or will the FPS fix itself? It's not my stuff. 100% it's not my stuff. Now my mods. Nope, they're very well optimized. Alright, let's see how bad this is. Go autopilot. Can I get autopilot disengaged? My airplane. Okay, we should be good. It stabilized a little bit. But the winds are kind of fighting. We gotta stay on localizer here. Yeah, the input delay is crazy. Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10.
Floater.
Drive.
And a slammer. Nice. Of course. Reversers. Wow, the FPS is horrible. Yeah, really did slam her in. Reversers can in fact come off at this point. We'll just let the auto brake slow it all down. Just gonna let it roll out here. Take her out over here. Stop this clock. We'll disable that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicago here. Take these lights off. We'll go to taxi. We'll bring the flaps in. We'll take her out. Next one actually. All right, let's not screw this up because it is very laggy. Let's not kill my computer today. Highly recommended. I was flying on the 330-200. Ooh, that sounds like a fun one. Taxi out here, and then we're gonna take November. So the first taxiway after crossing this runway here. Let's stop recording. And actually, screw this. We're not even gonna watch the replay, bro, because of how bad the FPS is. Across the runway. There's nobody here, so we should be all good. I'm gonna turn this off. Comes off. This comes off. We'll spool them up a little bit just so we have a little bit of juice running on. A little bit of juice to run on, my bad. Alright, I gotta stop looking through the camera view. Turn here. And let's actually stay on center line. How about that? And the FPS just fixed itself. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you serious right now? So what was it? The hell was it? It literally just like fixed itself. I recorded the flights and just sad I'll never get the chance to fly under Dreamliner thanks to the merger. Who did they merge with again? Was it yeah, I got the local forgot, I'm not gonna lie. Taxing in. And then we'll pick out the gate once we actually get there. It's gonna be one of the ones towards the end. That's where Frontier parks nowadays. We're gonna be on time. We have what, 10 minutes to get to the gate? Oh, we have 5 minutes to get to the gate. Oh, we should be perfect. Be good. We should be exactly on time. 2 hours 15. Let's start the APU as well. Alaska. Oh, they merged with Alaska. Huh. Why have I not heard of that before? Am I just retarded? I'm kidding. I can't say that. It's not the static traffic. 100% not. No, it's just FSDreamTeam can't seem to ever optimize their sceneries. What is this? Or a caveat in the scenery or something? What the heck is that, bro? A lot of whack. That JetBlue's out of place. Yeah, that's like so weird that I've never heard that they actually merged with Alaska. I don't know why. We'll shut down one engine as well. So one engine is shut down. Oh, it could be from all this clutter that I added. That makes me sound stupid. Hold on. It was like an enhancement mod or something. All this extra stuff here, that could be it. Because they're not, I don't think they're low poly models. They're nowhere near low poly. That could be it. Alright, so this one we're going to make a left turn here. Okay, so left turn here. Or the next one, my bad. No, we did shut down one engine, so we gotta give it a little extra power because CFMs are really, really weak engines. It was all over in exchange. Hawaiian acquired some small aircraft belonging to Alaska, and Alaska acquired some of the 787s. Okay, no, that I actually did hear of. That I have heard of. I thought you were talking about like a full-on merge. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's some sun over there? Is that what that is? It's like sunny out there. Interesting. We're gonna go ahead and just taxi into the ramp here. Ropes can come off, actually. I can't wait for all this to be updated. This video's gonna be updated. Damn, I missed the landing. I had to take my brother to school. No, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. You missed nothing because like I freaking slammed it, and because the FPS was actually terrible. Which one are we gonna take again? We're gonna take. Oh damn. Let's take this one, M17, or the one next to this, M18. Is that 18? Yeah. So M18 is what we're taking today. M18. Spirit. Why is Spirit on here? Use Accu Season? I like the tree color. Yeah, I got Accu Season recently. Alright, handling by American. Get the lights off. I might get Accu Weather as well, or whatever it's called. Actually, not too fast because we did speed up quite a bit. Slow down here as we come in. Beautiful. Park and brake. Get the APU on. We'll get engine to shut down. Okay, that engine shutdown did not register at all. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicago, the old outdated Chicago. But oh wow, this building gone here, I can see everything. That's crazy. Alright. So, how much time? 2 hours 16. 1 minute late, but that's absolutely fine. It's 1 minute, bro. No one's gonna notice. But then some doors for arrival. Rex Atmos. Yeah, that's the one, bro. What I said, Rex AccuWeather. Is that what I freaking said, bro? What's my aviation have to go on, man? Also, do you want to know how to get rid of the number over the GSX marshaller? No, I actually like those numbers. I'm not gonna lie. I just can't park. I can't park without them. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it's in the settings somewhere. I can turn on the strobe, by the way, and seatbelts as well. Turn that off, and we're all set. We can go ahead and get that off. And we're all set. We can go ahead and stop our Volanta flight. Let's take a look. I really don't, and I do want to see. Why are those charts on the iPad inside the aircraft? Are there pay charts? Yeah, Navigraph. So Navigraph, the same company that made SimBrief. They have like a $10 subscription a month. You can pay for the most updated charts, and they also have like a desktop launcher that installs the most accurate nav data into your aircraft. It's very, very nice. Very worth $10. So yeah, the most up-to-date charts. And it's honestly, after you learn how to use it, it's really, really easy. All the charts are over here. You can pin them over here. And it's just the coolest thing you will ever have. I can promise you that. Alright, parking brakes are set. This is all off. And what is our landing rate for... Hold on. Landing rate for Volanta. Let's take a look. Well, actually, hold on, let me... I don't know if this is smart. I might lag to death right now. Let's do that. Alright, so for Volanta, let's end the flight. So here we go. We got all this out here, right? We taxied out like that. Took off 17 right. Good takeoff. Very, very good frames. And then coming in over Chicago. Perfect cut loop or whatever it's called. I don't know the turn. Right, straight taxi out like this. We have to use the full length and in like that. Beautiful. So what was the landing rate? And the flight got a negative 220. Okay, so it's not terrible. Negative 220, negative 228. It's not the worst thing in the world, but like anything over 300 is bad. Or anything over 250 is considered bad. 250 to like 150 is 250 to like 200 is like all right. 100 to 200 to 100 is like good, and then anything below 100 is like amazing. Oh, there's the sun. There's the sun coming out. Nice. So the clouds move out just as I land, right? Eh, it's average Chicago. That's how it always works. Okay, so literally might be these trucks right here. All these carts over here. Although, actually, surprisingly, it might not be. So what I actually did, I didn't realize. So when I bought this thing, I didn't realize that I did not disable the original default Asobo O'Hare. So with the Asobo, the only thing that they actually modeled is this terminal. Now for some reason, I don't realize this, but I had both terminals overlapping. I had Terminal 5 by FSDreamTeam overlapping with the Asobo one. So I recently, yesterday, disabled it, and now all my terrain bugs are fixed. Because my terrain was like ripping and it was having issues. So all the terrain is fixed. There's no duplicate terminals here, and everything, and it just looks a lot cleaner now. And also there was like a giant building over here, so that's finally gone. And then if I could figure out how to like expand an area over here, like make all of this right here a tarmac and how to texture it, I could just 3D model the extension right here and basically just build a mod for this if Flightbeam doesn't want to do it. And also the parking garage. It's a parking garage, so modeling it should not be that hard. So I could probably do that actually by myself. The negative 200 on the landing rate, it's not terrible, it's not horrible, but we'll take it, it's fine. Let's see, maybe this will be the aircraft's home airport. I'm not moving this aircraft out of O'Hare because if that's where it's supposed, what the heck? If that's where this aircraft's supposed to be, I'm not moving it out. O'Hare's its official home. And aside from that, I think we should be all good actually. Then something come down. 3 pilots already off. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. They do have Frontier services between Midway and Newark now. Oh, did you hear? I hope they do that for the sim. They actually use 321 Neo. I had no idea Frontier even flies to Newark. I actually had no idea. Are you doing the Denver event tonight? I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea there was a Denver event. I had no idea. If you were to work for your favorite airline, what would you do? I want to be a pilot at the very, very end. I definitely want to be a pilot. It's gonna be for either United probably because they're such a good airline like we work for. Frontier, I have to see how these budget airlines are doing in the future. But for now, it would have to be someone like United or something. Because I'm gonna go work ground crew at O'Hare next year, when I turn 18. Newark might be laggy. I might have to find a mod for that. I could do a Midway to Newark flight. That would be a really cool one. I gotta decide on all of that. But until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Retard.